Now come to Unit 2. In the home of Sir Hector, Arthur, the son of the late king, was spending his boyhood in happiness and safety. As he grew older, he became gentle, strong, handsome, and good like his father, Uther Pendragon. So please underline the adjectives. These adjectives describe the personality of Arthur as a growing one, and he was as good as noble as his father was. 18 years passed. So now that the boy is now 18 years old, Britain was torn by bitter rivalry. None of the fighting barons had managed to become the king. The people longed for the old days of peace and prosperity under Uther Pendragon. So during these long 18 years, all the barons are fighting. None emerged as the champion, or none emerged as the most powerful. If you go through the history of Indian history, there you see that before the dynasty of the Maurya period, there are the infighting kings in India. Then Chandragupta Maurya took the power and fortified a strong dynasty. But after them, it was against a chaos in India. Then the Gupta period, that is with the Chandragupta I, and then again we have a strong dynasty. So this thing is repeated again and again in the history, and it is also repeated in the history of England also. Okay, it was Christmas time, a time of festivity, but all around people were hungry, cold, and frightened. So the people were in no position to enjoy the Christmas. They were feeling hungry, cold, and frightened because there was no stability in the land. There was no political stability. There was no social stability in the land. One day, in a churchyard, people found a large stone on which was fixed a magnificent sword. So it is a surprising thing that people found there. Upon the stone in gold letters was inscribed, "Whoever pulls out this sword is by right of birth the King of England." So people found a magical thing, that is a sword was there on a stone, and it was written that whoever would be able to pull out the sword from the stone, he would be the rightful king of the England. Okay, so please underline the words which are written on the stone. Immediately the eager barons who longed to become the king jostled among themselves to lift the sword. None succeeded. The sword remained fixed to the stone. So the power-hungry barons came eagerly to take out the sword from the stone, but they all failed. Therefore, the people of England had to wait for a longer time to have a king. Then it was the turn of young Arthur, who was only 18 years old. It was Arthur, at the age of 18, who succeeded in lifting the sword for the first time. The barons were angry and disappointed. They demanded a test. Why? Because the barons are very much power hungry, and they saw that only a 18 years old boy lifted the sword from the stone. They could not believe their eyes. So they thought that the boy must know some tricks. So therefore they demanded a test. You have to prove that you are really the king of England, or you are really courageous. Upon a bright May morning, a great trial took place in the presence of many people. There were the peasants, the craftsmen, the merchants, as well as the barons. In front of everyone, Arthur, slender and young, lifted the sword easily. The crowd held him as the king. So before all of the peoples, including those power-hungry barons, Arthur gave the test, and all saw with their own eyes that the Arthur was able to take out the sword from the stone. Therefore now all held him as the King of England. After becoming the King of England, Arthur's first duty was to secure peace in England. So his first duty was to turn his kingdom into a peaceful place, to rescue the kingdom from the infighting barons. He was helped by wise Merlin. So though at the time Merlin was quite older one, but he was very faithful to his father, therefore he helped him great. So in the Indian history you have a similarity, that is Bairam Khan, who was a close follower of Humayun, also helped the young Akbar to secure his place. Here the Merlin is same way helping Arthur to secure his place. Okay. Like his father, Arthur was concerned about the good of the common people. King Arthur fought battle so that no one could ill-treat the humblest of his subjects. King Arthur had lost his royal sword on a battle. One day, Merlin took him to a valley of sweet-smelling flowers. At the edge of the plain, there was a deep lake. As Arthur approached the lake, a beautiful arm with golden bracelet rose from the water. The hand held a sword set with rubies and emerald. So, in a battle, King Arthur lost the magical sword. Then Merlin knew a very enchanting place. So he took King Arthur to a valley, and there were sweet-smelling flowers. And there, from a lake, suddenly, in an unexpected way, two hands raised from water, and there was a big sword there in the hands, and it was decorated with emeralds and rubies. And this sword was given to King Arthur, and it was just like the earlier one was a magical sword, and the sword had some purpose also. We would have to know more about the sword in our next unit. So as it is a legend, so therefore these types of magical things, unexpected things are quite common, because legends are the stories based on some historical facts but mingled with some imaginative matters. So therefore it turned out to be a legend. So now prepare yourself to listen the last part of the story, what happened to the sword and what happened to King Arthur at the end. Thank you very much.